Hello friends, welcome back to Snippet Coder, and we are back with another video. In this video, we will learn how to upload single or multiple files from our Flutter application to AWS S3 storage by using NodeJS API. So this is our application, and here we are having single image and then we have the multiple images, and all this we have to do in the one single HTTP post request. So here we have single image and then we have the multiple images. So here if I select any single image here, in the multiple images we will select 3 images. So all these images we have selected. So now if I click on the upload, so now the images has been uploaded. So now let's verify in our AWS storage. So this is our storage, and here we have the 2 folders which we have uploaded from our Flutter application. One is the single. If you click here, you will see the single file here. If you open the file, so file has been downloaded. So this is the file which is uploaded from the mobile app. So now if we go to the second folder, so here you can see we have the 3 images which we have uploaded from the Flutter application. So before starting the video, if you are new to our channel, subscribe our channel by clicking on the subscribe button and click the bell icon to get notified about our latest videos. Thank you. In our NodeJS application, we have to use 3 packages. First one is the AWS SDK for the JavaScript, and this package will be used for uploading the images to our AWS. For that purpose, we have to use this package. And the second package is Multer, and this will be used for uploading the images or uploading any file from our NodeJS application. And for that purpose, we have to use this one. Third package is a Multer S3 transform, and this will be used for specifically uploading the file to the S3, because in the Multer we can only upload the files, but with the help of this package we can upload the files to S3. For that purpose we have to use both the packages. So now let's move to our NodeJS API and let's create the API from there. So here we have the Flutter NodeJS S3 upload folder name. Inside that we have created 2 folders. First one is for the API and the second one is for the app, and in the both the folders are empty. So now from here we will just create the API, and for that we have to open the terminal, and from here we will navigate to API folder, and from here we will write npm initialize. It will initialize the NodeJS API project. Here we have to give the package name. Here we have to provide a package name, and we'll put here S3_API. Version will be same. Then we have the description. Then we have the entry point. We have the index.js. Then we have any test command we have to provide. No, we have to put the enter. And here it will ask this information is correct. We will put here yes. So now the API is created. So now we will add the packages, and here we will write npm install. We will put I here. Then first package will be Express. This will be used for the Express server. Next one will be AWS SDK. Then we have Multer. Then we have Multer-S3-transform. And the last package we will add here Nodemon. And this package will be used for starting our application and all. So all the packages has been added to our API. So now we have to create the files here. First we have to create the folder here, config folder, and there we have to create new file, and name of the file will be s3.config.js file, and from here we will export module.exports, and here we have to put all the information which will be required for connecting our AWS S3 with our NodeJS API. And the first key here we will add AWS_access_key_id, and we have to put the key ID here. Then we have AWS_secret_access_key. Then we have AWS_bucket_name. So this is the key ID we have to pick from our AWS. Then we have the secret access key, that also we have to pick from our AWS. Then we have the bucket name, and this is the bucket like storage you can say, and there we are going to upload all the files over there in the AWS, and that we have to put here, and we will save here. So now we will create one more folder here, and the name of the folder will be middleware, and here we will create a new file s3.upload.js file, and this will be the middleware we have to create for uploading the images and all. We have to import here constant multer is equal to require multer. Then we have constant multer s3 is equal to require multer -s3 transform. Then we have constant AWS is equal to required AWS SDK. Then here we have to import constant config is equal to required, and we have to link the file which we have created for the S3 configuration and all. Now here we have to create the object for the S3. We have to put here constant S3 is equal to new AWS.S3, and here we have to pass access key ID that we will pick from our config.access key ID. Then we have secret access key ID that also we will pick from our config.secret access key. Then here we have to create the object for the uploading and all by using constant name of the variable will be upload is equal to multer, and we have to create the object for the multer here. Here in the storage we have to use multer S3. Then here we have S3 and we have to map it with this object that is S3. Then we have the bucket here. We have to use it with config.aws bucket name. Then we have ACL. We have to make it public, and we have to make sure we are providing here ACL public read. So if we make it public, so in case we have to access the images uploaded to the public domain, like anyone can access that image without any login required, then we have to make sure we are providing here ACL public read. Else if we not provided the images which we have uploaded, that will be treated as a private images and that will be not accessible by anyone with the help of that URL alone. But if we make it public read, then with the help of that URL anyone can access that images which we have uploaded. Then we have the key here, and we have to pass here function request file. Then we have a callback here, and here we will check, because in our example we are going to upload two type of files. One is for the single file, that is single file, and the second one is our multi files, like a multiple arrays and all of that field name. And here we will check if file dot field name is equal to single file, then that we have to upload in the single folder, and for that we will write here callback null. Then here we have to pass the folder name single slash, and here we have the file name file dot original name. And here in the else condition we will check here if the file dot field name is multiple files. Then here we have to change the folder name, that is multiple, and those files will be uploaded in the separate folder. So this will be very helpful if we are having a multiple uploads in the single form. In that case we have to make sure we are just uploading the file in a different folder instead of uploading all the file in the same folder. So it will be help us to organize the uploaded file in the different folders. And after that we have to export here module.exports is equal to upload.fields, and here we have multiple fields. We have to define here the name of the field, that is single file, and we have to put here max count. That means that this field will going to have only single file, so we will put here max count 1. And here we have to create a new object for the different field, and we will put here name as a multiple files, and we will put here max count as 5. That means if we upload any multiple files, we have the limit of only 5 we can upload. If we try to upload the more than 5, it will not accept, but we can upload less than 5. So our middleware is ready. So now let's see what we are doing here. We have just imported all the objects here. After that we have created the object for the S3. Then we have created one object for the upload with the help of that multer. Then we have the storage here, and inside the storage we are just using a multer S3, and we are just assigning the S3 with this S3 object. Then we have the bucket name, and the bucket name we are just getting from the config.aws bucket name. Then we have the ACL public read, because we are going to make these uploaded file as a public accessible files so that anyone can access those files with the help of that URL. Then we have the keys here, we have the function, then we have request file, then we have the callback here. Then here we are checking if file.field name is equal to single file. That means we are having a field of the single file. Then we have to upload those files inside the single folder. And in the else condition we will check here if the field name is multiple files. In that case we have to upload all the files in the multiple folder, that is the name of the folder is multiple, and there we are just passing this file name. And from here we are just exporting module.export upload.fields, and we have the two fields here in our example we are going to use. The first field name is single file and the max count is 1. That means in this field we can only upload single file. Then we have the name of the other field, that is multiple file. In that we are just have the limit of max count as a 5. That means we can't upload more than 5 files inside the multiple files field. So now let's move further and we will create our upload controller file, and we have to create the folder here, that is controller, and here we will create a new file, that is uploads.controller.js file, and here we have to import constant upload is equal to require /middleware /s3 upload, and from here we will create a new method, that is constant upload file is equal to request response, and we will make this function as async here. Then from here we will just call that middleware upload. There we have request response. Then we have the function. We will make it as a async here, function error, and we will check here if any error. Then from here we will return response.status 400.send result as 0, and the message will pass the whatever the error message is, and in the else condition we will just return here response.status 200, that means success dot send, and the result 1, and the message we'll put here uploaded successfully. And from here we will export module.exports, and we will export that function, that is upload file. So what we did here, we have created a function for the upload file, and we will make this as async here. Then we have the request response. After that we are just calling the middleware, that is upload, with the request response. Then here we are just checking if result, if there is any error we will return here 400 status with the error message. In the else condition we will just return here response.status 200, and we will send a result 1 and the message uploaded successfully. And from here we are just exporting the file. So now we have to create the routes file, and we have to create the route folder here, routes, and then from here we have app.routes.js file, and from here we will import constant upload controller is equal to require /controller /upload controller. Then we have to import a constant express is equal to require express. Then we have constant router is equal to express.router, and from here we will create the request here, router.post request, and we have to make the endpoint, and we will make it as an image -upload. Then we have the uploads controller.upload file, and from here we will just module exports is equal to router. So what we did here, we have just imported the upload controller, and we have the express, and we have imported the express server. Then we have created the object for the router with the express.router. Then we have just created the router.post request with the endpoint image -upload, and we have mapped it with our upload controller.upload file. Then from here we just export the router here. So now we have to create our index file, and from here we will write index.js, and from here also we will write constant express is equal to require express. Then we have constant app is equal to express. We will get the object for the express with the app as a variable. Then from here we will write app.use express.json, and it will make our request as a JSON. Then from here we will write app.use endpoint for the API/API, and we have to map it with our require /routes/app.routes. It will make our routing ready here. Then we have to listen for app.listen, and we have to provide a port number 4000, and here we have the function, and we will write here console.log server ready. So our index file is also ready. So what we did here, we have just import the express object. Then we have created the object for the express here. Then we have used the app.use express.json. Then we have the routing map and all. Then we are just starting the server here, app.listen to the port number 4000. Then in the console we write here server ready. So now let's check if that server is working or not. For that we have to open our terminal, and from here we will write node.js. If there will be no issue, no error, it will just show the console message that is server ready. Else in the case of any issue, it will show the error message here. So here we are just getting the error message. So let's see what the issue is. So we are getting the cannot find module multi S3 transform. So seem like there is a spelling mistake here. So now let's see there. So the spelling mistake here, we have to put here transform like this way. So now you can see here we are getting a server ready. That means our server is working fine. So now let's test it. For the testing, we have to just open our Thunder client, and from here we have to write the URL here, that is localhost 4000/API/image-upload. And here we have the body, and we have to make it as a post request here. And here in the body we have to change it to form, because we are just using here multi-part form and all. And we have to select here files, because we have to upload the files here. And we have to go again to our S3 upload.js, and from here we have to just copy this field name and we have to paste here. Same we have to do for this one also, but in the case of the multiple we can add the multiple files here, and in the single we can only add single file. So here in the storage you can see here we don't have any files right now, it is empty. So now from there let's test is it working or not, and from here we will just select the files here. So we have selected 3 files with these name. So now let's click on the send request and let's see is it working or not. Also we will open a terminal, so if there will be any error it will show to us. So it is giving the error to us because we forgot to add the information of that config, and here we have to put all this information to make sure is it working. So this is the bucket name. You can also verify the same from your S3. So here the bucket name, that is code test storage, that we have to put here, and then we have to put here key ID and access key. So we have added all the information. So now let's again click on the send request. So it is giving us the message that is upload successfully. So now let's go to the AWS S3 bucket and let's see the files are uploaded or not. So from here we will refresh the page. You can see here we have the 2 folders. First one is single. If you go there you can see here the file name is 362624. So now let's see the same in our request also, and here you can see the file name is same. In the multiple we have these 2 files, and we will go to that multiple folder also. So here you can see we have the 2 files. So now let's open these files also. You can see here these images files are coming here. So that means our API is working fine. So now let's move further and we will create our Flutter application to integrate this API in our Flutter application, and from there we will upload the single and the multiple files. So now we will create our Flutter application, and for that we have to go to our folder, app folder, and that folder we have to open from our terminal, cd app, and from here we will create the Flutter application. We will write here flutter create dot. So now our Flutter application has been created. So now we will open the app folder, and there we have the lib folder, and we are going to use our snippet code util package because we are going to use the image uploading and all. And for that we are going to use that package, and we will go to the pubspec. And from there we will add the package here, and here we have snippet underscore coder underscore utils, and the version number we have to put here 1.0.12, and we will save here. And here we have to create a new file, and we will name the file as a s3 underscore upload underscore paste dot file, and from here we will make the stateful visit s3 upload page, and from here we will return scaffold visit. Here we have the app bar, and the title we will give here text visit s3 uploading. Then we have the body part here, and we are going to use here progress HOD. This will be used for showing the loader and all. Then we have the child here, and we have to create the new visit upload UI, and we'll click here create method, and it will create the method here. Then we have the in async API call, and we have to create one variable here, bool type of is API call process is equal to false, and we will map here. Then we have the opacity, and we will put here 0.3. Then we have the key here, and we are going to use here unique key, and here we require 2 variables. First one is a string type of single image file. So whenever we select any file, image file, we have to assign that file location in this variable. In the same way we required for the multiple images also, we will use the list type of string, and here we will name the variable as a selected multi images, and we will initialize with the empty array. So now here we will return column visit. Here we have the main X alignment. We are using a main X alignment dot center. Then we have the cross X alignment. We are using a cross X alignment dot start. Then we have the children's here, and we have to create the label here text visit single image, and we have to give some styling here text style font weight dot bold. Then we have to use the snippet coder utils of that multi-image picker. We have one utility there that will be used for uploading the images and all. And there we have the name of that utility is multi-image picker. But from there also we can upload any number of images. And in this case, single file, we are going to use here multi-image picker. In the total images, we will put here 1. Then we have the image source and we have using here image pic source.gallery. Then we have the onChange event and we will put here images and we will assign the value of single image file is equal to images 0 index, because we have only one image here, because we have added here total image is 1, and we will put here image file. So return type of this images is the list collection of the image file upload class that is also from the snippet coder utils. And there the variable field name is image file, and there in the image file we have the location of that image which we have selected from the device. Then in the same way we have to do for the multi-image also, and we have to wrap this multi-image picker in the size box, and we have to copy this label and we will paste here for the multi-images and we will rename it as a multi-images. And again we have to copy this one and we have to paste here, and here we are going to use the 5 multi-images. And we'll put here total image is 5 and it will show the 5 boxes there. And here what we have to do, we have to just make the selected image multi-images is equal to empty, because whenever we select any new image, it update this collection, and for that reason we have to make this collection, our local variable collection, as empty here. If we not make this empty, then it will keep on adding the files here. And here we have to do the loop of images dot for each image, and here we will check if image is image upload model. That means we have the collection of 5 images. In case if we select any file, then it will change the value of that file as a image upload model, else it will make it as a string of that add image. And here we will do selected multi-images dot add, and we will add the image dot image file, so it will make the array here in the selected multi-images. After that we have to create the one button here for uploading and all. We will use a center visit. There we have the child, and we are using a form helper dot submit button. There we have the button name, and we will put here upload. Then we have the on type event, and here we will put the btn color, and we are using a colors dot red accent. Same we have to use for the border color also, colors dot radiant. Then we have the text color and we are using a colors dot white color. Then we have the border radius and we are using a 10. So now we are using the iOS device, and for that we have to do some setting in our, we have to go to the iOS folder. There we have the runner folder, and there we have the info.plist, and there we have to give some permissions so that we can access the camera or the gallery, and for that we have to add the permission. So if you are using an Android device, you can add the permission according to that Android in the Android manifest file, but in the case of iOS we have to add here the permissions. So these are the permission we have to put here: NS camera users description, then we have the NS microphone user description, then we have the NS photo library users description. This one is not required, we can even remove it, but this camera and the photo library is required and we have to put here. So now let's run the application to see the UI is working or not. So now we will run our application. So here the application is running fine. So now we have to go to our main.dart file, and from there we have to just change the path to our new page. Here we have main.dart file, and here we will remove the unnecessary code, and here we will change it to S3 upload page. We will save and run the application, and here we are getting one error because we have to do one more thing. And here we have to go to our S3 page, and there we have to add one more variable here, initialize value, and we will initialize with the empty array. Same we have to do in the single file also, and we have to save and reload the application. So now you can see here we are getting the UI, but there is some padding issue. So now let's add some padding here, and from here we will add padding and we will save here. You can see here we are getting some padding here. So now here you can see we have the single image, then we have the multi images, and from here if we click here, it will show the gallery here. So now if I click any image, we are able to see the selected image in the box. In the same way we can do for the multi-images also. We will click here, we will select an image. Same we can do for the other images also. So now let's move further and we will create the API service file, and from there we will do the API integration and we can do handling the uploading file and all. We will create one new folder that is API, and from here we will add new file API_service.tat file, and from there we will create new class that is API service, and here we have to import package http dot as http. Here we have to add static where client is equal to http.client, and there we have to create new method and we'll make it as a static method. Return type will be future type of bool, upload images, and we have to return two variables here, string type of single image file, then we have a list type of string, multiple images, then here we have the new variable that is where URL is equal to uri.http, and here we have to put the path for our API, and we have to put here 127.0.0.1:4000 because we are testing the application from our local machine, that is our API is hosted in our local machine, so that's why we are using the local IP. In case you have hosted the application to the server, you have to put the website URL in this place instead of putting this local IP. Then we have the path here and we will put here /API/image-upload. Then here we will create the new variable for the where request is equal to http.multipath_request. There we have post. Then we have the URL here, and here we will check if single image file is not of empty. Then from here we will add http.multipath file, and we will name as a variable single file is equal to await http.multipath file from path, and we have to give the path here. Field name, we have to make sure we have to put the correct field name which we have added in our API, and we have to go to our API for checking the field name. In the middleware we have these fields. First one is a single file, and we have to put here single file, and the path we have to pick from this variable that is single image file, and we have to make this function as a async. We'll put here async, and after that we have to add here request.files.add, and we have to add this one because we are going to add the files here. For that case we have to pass here request.files.add, and we have to add the file name here, that is this one. Now for the case for the multi images, and we have to check here if multiple images dot is not empty, then we have to loop through multiple images dot for each. We'll change it to file, and we will make it this function as async here. Here we will write the same code, this one we will copy and we will paste here. We will change it to multi-file. Here we will rename it to this one, multiple files, and here we will change it to this file. So what it will do, it will just loop through all the files location in this array, and it will create all these objects, and we will add it to request.files.add, and we will add this multi-file. And after that we have to create one variable where response is equal to await request.send, and we will check here if response.statuscode is equal to 200. That means uploaded successfully, and we will return here true. In the else condition we will return here false. So what we are doing here, we have created one function in the upload, in the name of the upload images. There we have the two parameters. First one is a single image file, then we have the list collection of the multiple images. Then we have created one variable for the URL, and there we have added the IP address with the port number 4000 where our API is hosted. Then we have the endpoints, and we are putting here /API/image-upload. Then we have created one variable for where request is equal to http.multipath_request, and we are doing here post request with this URL. Then here we are checking if we are having the single image file. Then we are just creating one variable for multipath file, and we are adding the field name as a single file, and here we are just passing this single image file path. And then after that, we are just adding request.files and we are adding this request. In the same way we are doing for the multi-images also. We are checking if the collection is not empty. Then we are doing the loop through. After that, we are just creating the multipath for the multiple files and we are adding those files in the request.files. And then we are just calling here request.send with the await. Then we are checking here if the status code is 200, that means the request is successfully generated and we are returning it true, else we are returning here false. So now let's go to the UI and from there we will just call this API integration and all. And here we have to go here and we will make this function as async here. I will set the loader here. I will set here is API call process true. Then we are calling here await API service dot upload images. Here we have single image file. Then we have the selected multi images. We will pass here and from here we will call. Then we will just set this variable to false and it will stop doing the loading part. So what we did here, we have just set the loader true, that means the loading is started. After that we are just calling the API service dot upload images and then we are just checking here if that we have got the status. Then we are just setting that API call process false. So now let's run the application and start uploading the file. And before that we have to go to the storage to remove all the files so that we can validate that files are getting uploaded from the device or not. And we have to remove all these images. So now there is no data here. So now let's go to the app and we will reload the application from here. Now we will select any image here. We will do for the multi images also like this way. We will select 3 images here. So now if I click on the upload, loader is loading here. So once the load is stopped, that means the uploading is done. So you have noticed that all the images has been gone here because we have put the set state and it reload the state for the UI. So that's why it's remove all the selected images, but we have those data in our these variables. So now the load is stopped. So let's see in the storage, is it uploaded or not? So from here we will just reload. You can see here 2 folders. So let's go to the single folder. You can see here one image is coming. So now let's click this image. You can see here this image is coming from the single which we have uploaded. So now let's test for the multiple images also. You can see here we are getting all the 3 images here. So now let's click on any of the image. So this image is also coming. So now let's test for the other image also. So you can see here all the images are coming, all the images are different. So that means our uploading is working fine from our Flutter application to via NodeJS API to our S3, and all the images are getting uploaded in the single and the multiple images. So that means our API is working fine with the Flutter application. So I hope you like the video. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel, like, comment, share. So let me know in the comment box section if you like these types of video. I will try to make more such type of code snippet videos and it will be very helpful for you while doing the big project and all. So I hope you like the video. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel, like, comment, share. I will come back soon with another awesome video. Thank you for watching the video.